Hey guys, welcome to the video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Kyle and I am a 41-year-old actor and stuntman based currently in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video, I made it over the course of about 4 months, and this is my journey coming off of TRT, in other words, testosterone replacement therapy. So I stopped doing testosterone injections altogether and I went on PCT, cycle therapy, and I did a whole bunch of other stuff that I documented in optimizing my hormone levels and my health, my diet, my overall lifestyle. So there's a lot of important stuff in this video, from my morning routine, my workout, my diet, and all that stuff, getting back to really good levels in my opinion. So you'll see later in this video, I documented everything. And I also did 3 blood tests, testosterone blood tests, along with a few other luteinizing hormones and stuff like that you will see the exact results in. So this is very good information if you're a man in my age bracket, let's say 30 to 45, you're on testosterone or you're thinking about coming off, then you should really watch this entire video all the way through, because I have a lot of good information about how I structured my days and my diet to optimize my hormones and really get back my body back to normal. So you'll see in this video, I started it back in December. Up to now, currently is March 21st, and we're gonna end the video here shortly. But this is the intro, so make sure you watch it all the way through. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, send me a message, Kyle Harper Fitness. And I also have a free school community with the link in the description. So let's get into the video. All right, guys, welcome to the video. In this video, I'm gonna be documenting my journey coming off of TRT, also known as testosterone replacement therapy, which I have been on for about the past year, and that's doing the injections subcutaneous and then some of them in the glute. But anyways, I'm just pretty much gonna see how my body reacts and see if I can bounce back coming off of TRT. I am 41 years old. I turned 41 less than a month ago in November. Today is December 13th, so we're starting the video here. My last injection was about a month ago, so I looked it up and I talked to the doctor at the clinic I got the PCT from. He said after about 2 to 3 weeks, all the testosterone should be, the half-life should be out of your system. So this should be, you know, 0 testosterone, and now I'm starting the PCT, which I got in Bangkok. And the price was about 12,000 Thai baht. It's probably closer to $350 for all this stuff. And pretty much what it is HCG, clomiphene. I'll read it off here. HCG vials. I got 2 of those. Clomiphene, tamoxifen, estrogen blocker, and then a few vitamins and minerals like zinc, copper, and vitamin D, which I'll be taking. I don't know if that's, I looked it up, that's pretty much a standard protocol from what I saw online, and I'm just gonna be continuing on my healthy diet, training routine, and see if I can bounce back. I don't feel bad at all, and we'll do a physique update in a second, but that's pretty much the reasoning. Is I am tired of dealing with the needles. I think it's kind of a lot of work, and I haven't stayed consistent anyways, doing that measuring and then skipping days, and then I get little bumps on my stomach from the subcutaneous needles, the insulin needles, and then I ended up doing the glute, and then I forget which day I did it and stuff like that. So overall, I think it's just going to be, we're just going to do an experiment and see if I come off and see if my bounce back. I have not done a blood test yet. I'll do that once I get back to Bangkok in about a week and a half. I just don't want to do the blood test here because I don't have the insurance in Texas where I'm staying, and it's like $250, and I just think it'd be a waste of money just to know what it is for a week before I actually go back and get the blood test, which I already paid for in Bangkok. So this is the start of the video, guys. This video is probably going to take about, I don't know, 1 or 2 months, maybe 3 months, and we'll probably do an update, and then I'll post the video. But right now it's December 2025. I believe it's December 13th, like I said. So we'll do a physique update, and I don't think I've lost too much muscle. I think I'm looking all right. I'm still continuing my routine, but have your own opinion on that. All right, this is the start of the video. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a update on the coming off of TRT. So it's about a week from the last time, the intro video that I just made. This is video number 2. So I'm about 5 full weeks off of TRT, my last injection. So it should be completely out of my system. And I can honestly notice a difference. I look a little bit carrying some more fat, maybe water weight. I don't really know. I haven't been 100% on the diet, but I haven't been like going overboard with snacks and
just eating, you know, really bad food. I've still been eating eggs, steak, and of course I'm with my family during the holidays. So there was a birthday party. I had a lot of cake. Yeah, just pastas and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be heading back to Bangkok to get my first blood test. I head back in 2 days. They're closed the weekend. It's gonna be a Friday or Saturday by the time I arrive, so I'll get it on the following Monday, and we'll see exactly where the testosterone is. But this is the update right here. Obviously, I've lost some, I guess you can call it hardness or whatever, but yeah, I can notice a difference in my physique, and I'm sure you can too from what I was about not even, you know, a month ago. So full effects, I'm pretty sure my testosterone has crashed, and I have not had an erection in the past couple weeks. Waking up with no erection. I have very low libido. I'm not around any girls to test it out, so I'm gonna go back to Bangkok and, you know, test out the functionality of my PP when I get back in a few days. But other than that, I can honestly say I have pretty much zero erections and very little libido, in my opinion. But I haven't been around any beautiful girls, so I don't watch porn or anything like that. That's another thing to consider. So physique update, guys, and I'll make another video in a couple days, and I'll get my first blood test. Just got back from the gym. I am going to eat my first meal of the day. I'm just gonna have some eggs. I did have a protein shake earlier with a scoop of protein and some blueberries, but this is my meal for right now. I'm gonna do 6 eggs, grass-fed eggs, and some cheese with a little bit of honey on them. So good meal, high protein, and then we're gonna go ride some horses later. All right, so it is Monday, January 5th. I'm gonna go to the park and for a quick walk before I go have my first blood test. All right, made it to Benjikati Park, so I'm gonna do a lap around this lake right here. Pretty cool. It's a blood testing clinic, Transcend, located in the Times Square building in Bangkok in the Assault area. This is where I'm gonna get my blood test, and I got all the medications and stuff. All right, blood test is done. Now I'm gonna go get some coffee and go back and do some work at my apartment. All right, good morning. Gonna take a walk in this other park, Benjikati Park, down the street from my apartment. So gonna check this out, and then I'm gonna go to an audition, and I actually got my blood test results back from my first blood panel, and I'm gonna go over that with you when I get back home. All right, so time for another update. Today is January 8th, 2026. I have, like I said, been off TRT for about 2 months now. So I'm in the middle of my PCT therapy, which I mentioned, and I just got my first blood test results. I did it 2 days ago, so I got the results today. So we're gonna go over that real quick. It did test 3 different things: testosterone, estradiol, and LH, luteinizing hormone levels. So we'll go through that now. The first one, testosterone levels were 646.58 nanograms to deciliters. So that's within range. I think that's pretty good. Estradiol is at 19 nanograms, and that's also in range. And then luteinizing hormone, LH, which is also what they tested, is 3.34. That's a little bit on the lower end of the scale. So that is the results of that. I feel pretty good, pretty energized. I'm still doing my workouts as normal. I am tracking my sleep. So let's go over my sleep real quick on the Whoop. It's been not very good, I would say. I'm usually hovering between 60% sleep performance and in the yellow for recovery, usually in around the 40 to 50, maybe even 60 mark. I've had a couple nights where it is like 90% sleep performance and then full recovery, but it's not very often. I'm usually actually in the red or the yellow on the Whoop, so I got to keep that in mind. And I'm doing protocols at night, such as like reading for 10 minutes, staying off my phone and stuff like that. No alcohol. I haven't had alcohol, but except for New Year's Eve. So that's the update now. We'll do a little quick physique update before I go train Muay Thai. This is the physique. All right, so I'm at Muay Thai class now. This is the gym I'm coming to today, just for a day pass. It's called Muay Thai at the Unreal Gym in Bangkok on Soy 24, 600 baht. So I'm gonna get a good hour and a half workout Muay Thai. All right, it is time for another blood work results update and overall how I'm feeling and physique update. So it is February 4th. I just got back my second blood test results. We'll go over that right now real quick with you. Again, it tested the same things. So the first one is obviously the big one, testosterone. That came back at 515.68. So that is down. Before the previous result was 646.58. So down about 130 points on the testosterone, 515.68. Next one, estradiol CMI serum. I believe that's called E2 as well. That came back less than 10. And before, my previous result was 19. So that is down quite a bit, and we got to keep that monitored for that. So next one is LH-CMIA serum. LH is 4.72 current result, and before previously was 3.34. So that's actually an improvement. So I have been tracking my sleep and pretty much gotten a good schedule and being very disciplined with this whole thing. According to my Whoop, my sleep is in the 70 to 80% range now for most nights, and recovery is right around average. I'll put it on the screen here, right around sometimes 60 to 70%, 60 to 70, and I gotta keep that in mind and improve that. So my sleep is being affected, and I'm trying to do things such as like read a book at night, go to bed early, not eat too close to bedtime and stuff like that. I've been pretty strict on this for the past few weeks. So let's keep an eye on that. Let's do a physique update real quick, and then I'll get on along with the day. I'm gonna go have some lunch. It is now 11:30.
Next station, Testosterone.
All right, so let's do another update. Today is February 12th. I'm gonna do a little cooking demonstration video for you. I already had 2 Americanos, black with a little bit of ghee butter. I am monitoring my Whoop along with ChatGPT. I'm getting very specific and just data oriented on the calories I'm consuming versus the calories I'm burning on the Whoop, and also sleep performance and strain. So right now I'm cooking a very healthy lunch. It is 12 o'clock, so I've got some sweet potatoes, yellow bell pepper, onions, and then I'm gonna have 6 scrambled eggs like this. So this is kind of my cooking setup in my Bangkok apartment. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I've been doing for about a week. Eating very healthy, very clean, and monitoring and tracking my calories. And it's really helped me to stay in line instead of just guessing, and also helped me stop avoiding little stuff like chocolate bars or snacks or extra food that I really don't need, because I can actually see in front of me what I'm doing. So I'm getting very motivated to stay pretty strict. So, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eat this, and then we'll go out in Bangkok and run a few errands. I gotta do a few errands in town. So that's the update for February 13th, guys. All right, so as you can see, very simple setup. I'm cooking this in organic beef tallow, sweet potatoes, yellow bell peppers, and then I got my eggs. I'm gonna just throw them on there when these are done a little bit cooking, because the eggs cook fast. And that's gonna be my first meal of the day, basically lunch around 12:30. All right, so let's actually talk about how I'm tracking this. This is a very important part of the video, so please pay attention. And then if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram or join my free school community. They're in the description below. But what I'm doing is I have a project on ChatGPT labeled with this information, and I have the entire chat thread with my prompts. So I pretty much had prompts, and you can, again, ask me the details of those, the exact prompts via Instagram. But I am logging in my food, and then I also
take screenshots every morning of my Whoop dashboard. As you can see, I am still struggling with sleep and recovery. It's still in the yellow part most of these days. I do get a couple green, but anyways, I have also added glycine, and then I pretty much take a screenshot of the Whoop dashboard in the morning and sometimes throughout the day for the total calories or the exercises I did, and then I upload them into ChatGPT just with the screenshots and tell it to analyze it and do that based on the calories that I have consumed. And for food tracking, I just say the food that I eat or take a picture. As you can see right here, I just took a picture of my egg bowl with the sweet potatoes, onions, and bell pepper, and I just ask it to estimate that, and it seems to be doing pretty good. So right now, tracking this since February 7th, just 5 days ago, I am in a caloric deficit according to this based on the past 6 days, probably about, it says 3,500 calories. So I feel actually pretty lighter, and I think this is definitely going to help you track this out just in general, not if you're only trying to lose weight, but just in general what your goals are, and it'll keep you honest and more motivated to do this. So just wanted to show you that real quick, and let's continue on with the video, go throughout the day. All right, good morning. It is Monday, February 23rd. So I actually finally had a decent night's sleep. I have 94% recovery. So before the past week, I only had 1 green day of recovery. So sleep was pretty bad. I think I hopefully got that dialed in and some kind of routine set in to where I can continue to do that almost every night. But I'm gonna train Muay Thai. I haven't trained Muay Thai in probably like 2 weeks now. I'm over here at one of my favorite gyms, easy hour-and-a-half class of just pad work, stretching, shadow boxing, stuff like that. It's called Magaku Muay Thai. So I'll do a quick training session, then head back and have some food. Alright, so it is 9 p.m. at night. I'm going to go through my nightly supplement stack that is hopefully going to help me get some better sleep. So I'm taking 3 things. First thing is glycine. I'm going to take 3,000 mg's of this, so 3 pills. Then I've got magnesium glycinate. Also going to take 3 pills, which is 3,000 milligrams. And then L-theanine. I'm going to take 2 of these pills, which is 200 milligrams. And then sometimes I might rotate in melatonin. I'm not going to do it tonight, but if I want to do that, probably like twice a week. So that's my nightly supplement stack to hopefully get my sleep better. Then I'm going to get in bed and read for about 20 or so minutes. And tonight's book is 48 Laws of Power. I'm almost finished with this book. Very good book. I highly suggest you read it. Alright, it is February 25th, Bangkok. Just had a can of sardines. Now I'm going to get a smoothie. And then I'm going to do some work and show you my flow workout later this afternoon. Alright, so I just got my mango banana smoothie with 3 scoops of creatine. So now I'm gonna go back to the place and knock out some more work. Alright, good morning. It is time for another update, and it is currently February 28th. So I'm gonna do a physique update, and I'm also going to be showing you part of my morning routine, which I have been doing for the past about a month right now. Is called rope flow. So I'm going to show you a few moves that I've learned and how to loosen up and stuff if you want to incorporate that in your workout. But right now, this is the physique. Much better. I have been on a caloric deficit and tracking since February 7th, like I said, through ChatGPT and also the Whoop. So I have pretty accurate data, and it seems like I am in a 6,000 caloric deficit since February 7th, which is about almost 2 pounds. So
I do look noticeably leaner, I think. So this is the physique update, February 28th. And I'll show you some rope flow moves right now. All right, so I got this rope off of Lazada. So I just come out here and warm it up like this. Start, feels really good, really twisting my hips, and like this. So I'll do this, work up a little sweat, and then also this move, check it out, called the dragon roll. I learned this on YouTube. It was hard to do at first. Once you get the technique down, it's actually pretty easy. Pretty cool move to loosen up the shoulders and the hips. So I learned this in about 30 minutes. So do this, get this, whatever you want to do, just let it fucking roll. That's pretty much it, what I've been doing. And really get your feints and your boxing down like this to really help with my explosive power. Opening up my shoulders, and hips, really turning, rotating my hips. Not so much my shoulders now, so I'm working my hips. Wow. All right. Then we're gonna go for a swim after this. All right, so got the morning routine done, got a little bit of work done. Now it is time to break the fast with some lunch. So I'm gonna show you what I am cooking for lunch right now in my apartment. All right, so all I have in my kitchen obviously is a stove and pan, so gotta make it simple. We've got chicken breast, which is in there right now, and then just some fried rice in this container. Put a little bit right there, so it looks pretty dense, pretty big meal, and I of course cook it in either tallow or ghee butter. This time I have ghee butter, so very healthy meal to start the day, and then I'm gonna go do some more work and then go to paddle later in a sulk. All right, good morning. It is March 4th, and today is a special day because I'm going to be doing a sardine fast. I have less than a week to go before my movie role coming up that I've been trying to get absolutely shredded in the best shape of my life for. So I've already been in a caloric deficit from February 7th that I've been tracking up until yesterday, March 3rd. I'm in a 6,600 caloric deficit, so it's, coming up on 2 pounds of fat loss. So today, I've got my sardines ready. I'm gonna be eating King Oscar sardines. Probably gonna do 3 packs, maybe 4. Maybe I'll have to go to the store and get one more, but this is the physique update for March 4th morning before I go work out. Do a quick little yoga and Pilates workout, probably stretching, easy workout. This is the physique. All right, so I just got back from the gym. It's now 1:30. I'm gonna break my fast with my first can of sardines. And this is what it looks like, all minced up. I basically cut it up and just chop it up with the spoon here and put some lemon juice on there and then eat it. It's not so bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not like that bad once you get used to it. So first can of sardines, and then tomorrow morning I'll update the physique and see if there's any changes, noticeable changes. So it is dinner time. I just had a good Pilates workout and I'm about to have dinner. So this is pretty much what I've been eating about 3 to 4 days a week in Bangkok for my dinner. It is the grilled tilapia fish, or you can actually do red snapper. It's pretty much the entire fish and just pick it off the bone and eat it. So it's very lean meat. I think it's about 60 grams of protein, and for the money, you can't really beat that. So this is what I've been eating to stay lean and lose about 4 pounds over the past 3 weeks.
Might just hit it raw, hold on, that's on my element. I like dark skins, love a melanin.
All right, in today's video, I'm just gonna do a little raw talk about the acting industry and my experience in the film and business over 10 plus years trying to pursue acting and stunt work
in this business. Right now, I am currently in Thailand filming on the set of Rambo, the movie. It is currently March 2026, and I actually had auditioned for this role back late last year, I believe in November, and then I heard that I booked the role in early February, so over a month ago, and now we're around middle of March, so finally shooting. And I just want to give you a little perspective on the struggles of acting. So this business, you don't get any kind of feedback, so to say, unless there's little things that you pay for, like events with casting directors and agents and stuff like that. You can do that, and I do advise to do that. But in terms of auditioning and stuff, you're just one of thousands and thousands of people that submit for each role, and especially a role like this. I can only imagine there's probably 10,000 dudes that look like me that want to, be on the set of Rambo as an actor or action actor or stunts. And yeah, I was lucky enough to actually book this role. I'm making money. I'm on set, working with a bunch of cool people, and so on and so forth. But one thing that I've learned in this business is you have to have other things going on. You have to have other sources of income to support yourself for the long haul in this business, because you can't just be expecting these jobs, relying on the money, and then it never comes. And especially, if you're just starting out, you're just not going to make enough money to make ends meet. So definitely have that going on before you start wanting to go hardcore into throwing a bunch of money into your acting. And I do suggest obviously investing in yourself, but I'm not saying don't invest in yourself. I'm just saying be realistic and have other things going on so you can actually support yourself as your journey continues on. So I've also been through so many difficulties, setbacks, letdowns in this industry, and I have learned pretty much that until I'm actually on set and the camera is pointed at my face and the director yells action, it could all fall apart. I've been cast on roles working, and then all of a sudden I get canceled, or they cancel the shoot, they cancel the movie, they cancel the film. You never hear back from them. You never get on set for that. You go to all these auditions, never hear back. You get a lot of no's, so on and so forth. That's really just given. That's a part of life. But anyways, you never get the feedback loop to actually understand why you're not booking roles. So unless you pay for it, there's stuff that you can actually do to get in front of casting directors or agents and submit your work and get feedback that way to see how you're doing. And I do suggest doing that. And I had done a few of those in Los Angeles and Atlanta when I lived there. Got some pretty good insights. But overall, you really have to just, work on your craft, really believe in yourself, and kind of attract the energy, like be more dispositioned on it. And in other words, don't stress too much about it. Don't dwell on certain things. You want to attract a certain energy and really just put yourself in a position where you don't care if you get it or not. And I've always found that now that I don't actually care too much and I have other things going on, I'm making money in other ways, on social media, helping other people, inspiring other people, that, if I don't book a role, or I don't book a role for a while, I still have other things going on that I can support myself, and that gives me, purpose in life and fulfillment. So yeah, until you're pretty much on set like I am now, and the camera is pointed in your face and the director yells action, things really fall apart really fast. And even at that, you'll be paid, of course, but then the final cut comes in the movie, you could be cut out of it, or it could not show you in the up close the way you wanted, and so on and so forth. So you don't get the notoriety, the recognition that you were hoping for in that particular film, movie, TV, commercial, whatever it is. But yeah, overall, this is a very, very rewarding and challenging experience in life, and this has really shaped me into having really thick skin and really not caring about too much, and really just focusing on myself and my own purpose. So yeah, I just want to give you all a little bit behind the scenes while I'm sitting in my trailer waiting to go on set. I've already been on set for over 6 hours now and still have not worked or been on set today. I did last night, and then I believe I am going to be for sure on set tomorrow and the next day. But today, for some reason, they are falling behind the shooting, or they're shooting different stuff and not using me quite yet. So I just want to come on and give you a little raw talk on, you know, my experience as an actor in the entertainment business, and, you know, hopefully give you some insight. It's not all, you know, butterflies and roses, as they say. It's a very cutthroat industry. People stab you in the back. People talk shit behind your back, and you never know who your friend is. So everybody on this set, however, is very nice. Everybody in Thailand I have met working on sets and everything has been very pleasant. Everybody's very nice, very respectful. And yeah, pretty much that's gonna pretty much wrap up the video. If you have any questions about, you know, acting, fitness, lifestyle, martial arts, feel free to drop in the comments section, or you can message me on Instagram at Kyle Harper Fitness. See you later. All right, so good morning. I'm gonna go through a simple little morning routine of kind of what I do movement-wise to get my body going in the morning. I already had some coffee. It's now 10:30 a.m. The sun is out. I'm gonna do a quick little flow rope routine and also some little jump hops, some fascia maneuvers and stuff like that. So follow along. If you can incorporate this daily into your life, if you have any pains and stuff, it will change your life, I promise. So let's do it real quick. All right, and that's pretty much it for the rooftop routine. It gets really hot out here. I'm already sweating, so I pretty much just do 5 to 10 minutes up here on the roof, rope flow, and then the jump hops and the fascia maneuvers, little stretches. Now I'm gonna go down to the sauna, probably do about 5 to 10 minutes in the sauna, and then do a few laps in the pool, and then I'm gonna start work for the day. All right, so I start right here, open up a little bit, jump hops, like this. And you want to do these each about 20 times, but I'm just going to go through the entire routine real quick. Do a few movements of each. You're going to want to do this for about 5 minutes to really open up. And do these twists like this. Really loosen up the spine. Do these. Quarter one. These, tap the shoulders. Release. Yeah. I'll show you like this. I'll show you a little bit better. Angle here.
When I'm stepping in, 30 bottles of Zoom till I'm sentiment. I had the Lambo, switch to the Rory. I'm a gangster, but I like to party. Pop a perky, go retarded. I'm a Brooklyn nigga, I'm cold-hearted. That's why I like the back, yeah, like Riri. Every time she see me, she wanna eat me. I saw like Justin Bieber, please believe me. I said, wow, I'm on the TV. I can't fuck with broke bitches, they be creepy. She be acting up, she always tryna leave me. But she a bad girl, and she freaky. I have her hanging off the wall like she mean me. I never hit a bitch more than once cause they be leeches. But her pussy good, it tastes like peaches. But she can have it, I don't need it. I'd rather have my money green.
Then I get the flow rope out, just a standard rope. You can get it on Amazon. Come out here and do these movements.
I like dark skins, love a melanin.
Lift it up, walk back and forth.
30 bottles of Zoom till I'm sentiment.
Just get to a flow. Move your body. This really opens up your shoulders. Then you want to rotate your hips, moving side to side. Like this.
Every time she see me, she wanna eat me. I saw like Justin Bieber, please believe me. I said, wow, I'm on the TV. I can't fuck with broke bitches, they be creepy. She be acting up, she always tryna leave me.
This one's called the dragon roll.
And she freaky.
I have a cool little move to open up your shoulders.
I never had a bitch on my own cause they be leeches. But her pussy good, it tastes like peaches. But she can have it, I don't need it. I'd rather have my money green like kiwi. I don't talk to niggas cause they be capping. Disrespect me and see what happen. I don't make a call for war, start snapping. Bullets blasting, all I up smack that I laughed at. said we're stacking, nothing but my money. Remember my pockets flat, now they chunky. I ain't a pretty boy, but I ain't ugly. And I'll take your bitch in a second. If she a real one, then I'll protect it. Traded the AP, told my jeweler protect it. And see what happened.
Okay.
I don't make a cook for war, start snapping. What is blasting? Hola, I'm smack. Then I laughed at. He said we're stacking, nothing but my money. Remember my pockets flat, now they chunky. I ain't a pretty boy, but I ain't ugly. And I'll take your bitch in a second. If she a real one, then I'll protect it. Traded the AP, told my jeweler protect it. And it's all BDS and flower setting. I might just hit it raw, hold on, that's on my element. I like dark skins, love a melanin. Heart pushing Louis Vuitton when I'm stepping in. 30 bottles of the zoo till I'm sentiment. I had the Lambo, switch to the Rari. I'm a gangster, but I like to party. Pop a perky, go retarded. I'm a Brooklyn nigga, I'm cold-hearted.
All right, so now it's about 11 o'clock. I just finished the rope flow and about 10 minutes in the sauna, so I'm gonna finish up with a couple lap swim here in the pool and then get my day started.
All right, guys, today is March 21st. I just had my third testosterone blood test this morning, so I'm awaiting for the results, probably gonna be tomorrow, so I figured I would do another and probably one of my last physique updates because I'm going to be finalizing the video. So again, today, March 21st, this is the physique update before my results come tomorrow. And I did weigh myself yesterday and the day before, and I am at right around 75 kilos. So I have lost weight, but I think my muscle retention has been overall very, very good. Again, the last 6 weeks I was training, cutting for a movie, really dieting hard with eating canned sardines, poached eggs, grilled fish, just low carbs, and also doing some fasting and just eating my carbs as pretty much smoothies and with creatine and stuff like that. So overall, very healthy the past 6 weeks. I think my physique is pretty much back to where, or even if not better than what I had when I was on testosterone. So you can be the judge of that, but this is the final physique, and then I'll drop the results of the blood test on the next clip here. All right, so I just got back my blood test results, the third and final blood test of this experiment here. Date collected March 19th, so we'll start off with testosterone. It is lower than last time by about 100 points, 448.24 on total testosterone. Estradiol is less than 10, and the reference range for men is 11 through 44 pg/ml, whatever that means, milliliters, of course. And so I'm going to have to keep an eye on my estradiol. I'm pretty sure that's because of my sleep and stuff like that. I think this is also because of the caloric deficit that I've been in for the past 6 weeks cutting for the movie role, but I'm just going to keep an eye on this. LH, which is luteinizing hormone, is in range, which is 6.63, and the reference range for men is 0.57 through 12 milliliters. Okay, so I'm in range for the luteinizing hormone. So let's run through that again. Testosterone is down from last time, 448. Estradiol is less than 10, and reference range is 11 through 44. And then my luteinizing hormone, LH serum, is 6.63. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. I think that I will have another blood test probably in about a month and not be so strict on my diet. I'm going to probably be coming back up to maintenance pretty soon, and then just keep an eye on that. I'm also going to be incorporating the DSIP sleep peptide to help my sleep. So I think I looked it up on estradiol. I think that's pretty much going to be affected greatly by sleep, which my sleep has not been so good. So we're just going to keep an eye on this and continue on. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this video, do the conclusion and summary, and if you made it this far, thank you very much for sticking with it. I hope you got a lot of valuable information, and pretty much overall, again, I do feel excellent. My energy levels are pretty good. I'm thinking pretty clearly. The only thing that, again, I'm really concerned about is my sleep being low according to Whoop. I have some green days, but they're not really getting much above 80% recovery. And a lot of these days are in the yellow, like 40 to 50%. I've even had a few red days, like 25 to 30%. So I'm gonna probably be incorporating DSIP peptide. I'm gonna see how that goes, and I'll also, make a video about that too. But overall, my results coming off of testosterone were pretty good in my opinion. Again, my levels are pretty much back to normal, where I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna still work on them consistently, but over the course of the next 6 months, I'll keep making videos and updating you on that and see if I really do improve. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with the results because I don't have to do injections and have the little needles in my stomach every morning and little bumps and stuff like that. So, and also, of course, the money and the time that takes and stuff like that out of my day to do that. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on Instagram and follow me on Instagram, Kyle Harper Fitness. And I do have the free school community with the link in the description below. So thanks for watching and have a good one.